Mets 4, Diamondbacks 1. Amed Rosario had the first multi-homer game of his career in Sunday's win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Mets earned a 3-game sweep. CreditAl Bello / Getty ImagesMay 2018 Sunday was Plastic Bat Day at Citi Field, and for the first 5 innings of their game against the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Mets appeared to be taking those giveaway toys to the plate against Clay Buchholz, facing a pitcher who had not started a major league game in more than 13 months. The Mets managed only a first-inning double by Wilmer Flores and a second-inning walk to Thomas Nido in support of their starter, Noah Syndergaard, who was trailing by 1-0. For 6 or 7 innings, today looked like the games we've been playing for the last 6 weeks, manager Mickey Callaway said. We were in it, but we only had 1 hit. We just hadn't been getting those timely hits that we needed to win games, and we've been getting those the last few games. Michael Conforto and Wilmer Flores had led the way to victory on Friday and Saturday, but Sunday saw hero turns for Rosario Cabrera, the 32-year-old second baseman who was supposed to have the day off, and Amed Rosario, who in his second big league season has struggled to match the modest production of his rookie year. They were the key figures in what was an eventual 4-1 victory. Rosario chased Buchholz from the game when he tied the score with a solo home run leading off the 6th inning, and Cabrera, who had not hit a home run since May 4, came off the bench to hit for Syndergaard in the bottom of the 7th inning and launched a slider from reliever Jorge De La Rosa into the left field seats with a runner aboard to give the Mets a 3-1 lead. On the very next pitch, Rosario, who hit 4 home runs in 46 games last season, followed with a home run to left center, the first multi-homer game of his brief major league career. Today, by the 5th inning I started to warm up, said Cabrera, who leads the Mets with a .321 batting average. In the National League there's never a day off, you always got to be ready to play the game. The win gave the Mets their first 3-game winning streak since April 11, when they completed a sweep of the Miami Marlins near the tail end of the 11-1 run that opened their season. That was also the last time they swept a team, but this one had to be more satisfying, coming as it did at the expense of a team that came in leading the National League West. This was a huge sweep, Syndergaard, 4.21, 2.91 ERA, said. We've kind of been struggling a little bit. The Mets were baffled by Buchholz, who had not pitched in a major league game since April 11, 2017, when he was with the Philadelphia Phillies. His season ended that day with what ended up being a torn flexor tendon in his pitching elbow. He had season-ending surgery a week later. The Diamondbacks signed Buchholz to a minor league deal on May 4 and he made 1 start in Class A and 4 more in Class AAA before being recalled Sunday morning. Buchholz was staked to a 1-0 lead when the Diamondbacks worked in a run with singles by Jarrod Dyson and Nick Ahmed and an infield out by Jeff Mathis. Arizona nearly added a second run in the 5th when Mathis, the Arizona catcher, tried to score from second on David Peralta's single to right, but Jay Bruce's one-hop throw beat Mathis to the plate, where Nido slapped on the tag. That kept the game close enough for Rosario and Cabrera to power the team to a win. Hopefully we can build off this momentum, Callaway said. We've got a grueling stretch coming up. The Mets are 3 games into a stretch of 17 consecutive days in which they are scheduled to play 18 games. The good news? The Marlins, the last team the Mets were able to sweep, are coming to Citi Field for 3 games beginning Monday night. Inside pitch. The Mets' shortage of outfielders has prompted them to turn inward in their search. Manager Mickey Callaway said Dominic Smith, whom the Mets drafted in the first round of the 2013 draft as a first baseman, has begun playing some right field for the Class AAA Las Vegas 51s. "When Lagares got hurt we had to start thinking outside the box," Callaway said, referring to center fielder Juan Lagares, who suffered a torn ligament in his big toe that will require surgery. "Dom is a good athlete, and with the injuries we've had it makes some sense for him to go out to right field and get some reps. This gives him another option to make it back up here." Smith, who sustained a quad injury in spring training, is hitting .285 with 2 home runs and 17 RBI for Las Vegas.